Molishani Yvonne say, it's been 10 million years since I've made a video. Yes, I know. It's probably been a couple of weeks or something like that. But I said I was going on a hiatus, and yes, I was. That's over though. That's over. So over. I have a lot of space on my phone, finally. And I can, yeah, enjoy myself. So yeah, I've adopted a witchy vibe now, and anyone who doesn't like that can suck my dick. My big fat soul dick, sad little leg. Yeah, I want to talk to you guys about Black Lives Matter. I'm sure you guys have all heard about George Floyd and everyone who's died before. But now there are like, what, 902 new deaths since the last few. You've heard of Armand Child, the 12-year-old who called for his mother who had been dead for 2 years. For playing on a game. Or, I don't recall his exact name, I could be wrong. But the man who was hunted down and killed jogging. There is also, I have a picture here. There is, wow, this writing is so, Ramarley Graham, Yvette Smith, Darian Hunt, Melissa Williams, Wendell Allen, Michael Brown, Jonathan Farrell, Akai Gurley, Kendrick McDade. Oh, no. The son of Tony McDade. I hope that's not right. I hope that's wrong. Mr. McDade that got killed at a protest, even though he freaking... Oh gosh, I'm still doing research. Tamir Rice. I think Tamir was also very small. Yeah. Trayvon Martin, I believe. He was just a child. He just had his hood up, so they shot him. In 98 in the UK, there was also a man who died the same way as George Floyd, the exact same way. In the UK, there has been the Chokehold Act. I think it's called the Chokehold Act. I could be wrong. But, yeah. Yeah. So, police can't use a chokehold anymore in the UK, at least. I'm not sure about America, but I hope that gets passed soon. But yeah, goddamn, people are horrible. Romaine Brisbane, Eric Garner, Manuel Loggins Jr., John Crawford, Timothy Russell, Stephen Watts, Rekia Boyd, Ezell Ford, Larry Jackson Jr., Gary Ford. And let's not forget Belly, the woman who was infected with COVID-19 and killed as a result of catching the disease, simply because she was black. There's no other reason. And there are so many prejudices that I have had myself about that kind of stuff. So, like, I have had people touch up my hair when it was natural, just fuck with it. And because my hair can stand up on its own without a freaking brush, without gel or any kind of product in it. So people would always ruffle my hair and mess with it. And I was too awkward and too anxious to say anything as a child and a teenager. But thankfully I had my friends for that. I used to experience people crossing the road because of me. I used to cross the road because of scary looking men. That's just, I'm not even going to pretend about that. That's called fear. That's called anxiety on my part. Yeah, I've had people touch my hair. I've had people say I sound like a white girl. I've had people say I've had people tell me I sound like a white girl. I've had people tell me I'm a white girl inside a black girl's body. I've had some people tell me some shitty things, you know. People tell me, oh, you have a white girl on bridge of your nose. Are you sure you're black? Or because when I was I was really dark back in the day. When I was a child, when I was a teenager, I was so dark. I was like dark chocolate. That's the easiest way to describe it, dark chocolate. I was so dark back then. But slowly, I got lighter. Mainly because I stayed inside all the time. But it's fucked up. We shouldn't have to march for our lives. Like, this should be done. It is 2020. This year has been shitty enough. Like, come on. First, we've had wild forest fires, and then World War III threats. Then the COVID-19 shut down the world, and we're still recovering from it. It's only been a few months. 2020 isn't even over and it's shit. But yeah. The prejudices I've had. I tend to dress less urban, I suppose, because I've heard white people call black people's dress styles as urban, and like things like, oh, your hair, your cornrows, your box braids, it's just hair. But when a black girl wears one of your kind of hairstyles, there's no comment, because y'all don't have a culture. Like, I'm sorry, but you don't. Your culture is mac and cheese and mashed potatoes and going to the pub and drinking. And for some places in the world, being racist is part white culture, which is fucking stupid in my opinion. Yeah, this pisses me off. We shouldn't have to march for our lives. We shouldn't have to deal with it. We shouldn't have to say, hey, you shouldn't be wearing my weave. It's not for your hair type. And then when your hair gets wrecked because you wore something that's not for your freaking hair type or skin color. Like, it might look nice. It might match your skin tone. It might look cool. You might think, oh, people will notice me. It's not cool. All those girls who dress like a black girl or get their hair done like a black girl, specifically to target black men so they can speak with them. And there was I don't know if it's still up, but on Twitter, going viral, there was tweet of a girl who said that she liked to sleep with black boys and have a mixed baby. And then when asked what happens if the father, the black father, gets shot or something, or wants the baby and not her, she replies, oh, it doesn't matter if he dies as long as I have the baby. Do you hear this shit, guys? I'm just sick of people, to be honest with you, racist, sexist, everyone. We need to, there are so many things we need to stop, but we need to start with Black Lives Matter. And if I see any All Lives Matter bullshit in my comments, you will be blocked and deleted. This is on my Instagram, my TikTok. I don't use Snapchat anymore, but if you're on my Instagram, on my TikTok, on my Twitter, on my Facebook, and you tell me All Lives Matter, I'm coming for you. Prepare. So anyone who wants to say it's just hair or it's just a style, keep in mind that slaves back in the day, in the 1800s, slaves used my hairstyles, my culture, to rebel against their masters, against the white slave masters. Okay, so we use afro hair, we use braids, we used our weaves to rebel, to say, fuck you, slave master. I ain't listening to you. Okay, I have to do what you say because I don't want my family to get murdered. But I'm gonna say fuck you by wearing my hair this way. By wearing my hair the way it's supposed to be. I'm not gonna neaten it up for you, so fuck you. Like, there are so many things that piss me off about racism, just in general. And then there's also things like, oh, wow. I I'm jealous that you're getting all the attention with Black Lives Matter. So I'll say all lives matter, even though it obviously doesn't. If all lives matter, why the fuck are we still getting murdered? Explain that to me, bitch. Explain that. I shouldn't have to explain shit like blackface to you. Okay? I shouldn't. It's stupid that I have to explain it at all. If you do your history, you will see that white people used blackface to demean, ridicule, humiliate black people when they were slaves. Even when we were coming out of slavery and it was a new normal for everyone. Most whites just tried to kick us back into slavery and continue regarding us and assuming every black person was a slave even when all of us were free. It took so many years. And I recently found out as well, for the last 130 years, in England, only up to 2015, 130 years ago, the government, the white UK government and the white American government, agreed to pay slave masters for the losses of their slaves. Millions of pounds. Millions of dollars. I found out this is specifically just about the UK. I'm just incorporating America because it happens there as well. I'm 100% certain that taxpayers are still paying that shit off too. And that's probably why America's so in debt. But seriously, it's fucked up. It is fucked up. You cannot tell me it's not fucked up, because it is. Appropriating our styles. You know blackface is shitty now, but like at the same time it's stupid. Do your research. I'm still doing mine, but still, do your research. Check it out. Don't just see Black Lives Matter, share and retweet and do nothing. Get out there and march. There are tips. Go look for protest tips on Google. Go on YouTube. You'll see protest tips. Wear sunglasses. Get a t-shirt and just put it on weird. Divide it. And you have a mask for your face. And a cover like, kind of looks like a burqa actually. And then you put on the sunglasses and no one can see you. It's better to wear goggles really, because sunglasses can get knocked off in a protest once the police start shooting shit up. So, you know, blackface, shit like that. So cultural appropriation, I've covered that. Blackface racism, yeah, it's shitty. So if I see anyone say all lives matter, all blah 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 blah, I will fucking come for your shoes. I will come for your shoes. I will come for your kneecaps. Don't test me. We're tired. We shouldn't have to do this in 2020. We're done. We're tired. And I'm gonna make a separate video on what's happening in my country. Chinese people fucking treating black people like slaves, even though it's not your fucking country. I swear to God. But yeah, I'm a witch now, if you're wondering. So as long as you've seen one of these kind of symbols, a pentagram like this, that's how long I've been a witch. So since January. Since last year, really. I haven't even counted, like, maybe almost a year. I haven't checked. But I never did any research, that's the difference. But yeah, rant over. I'm just sick and tired of this. We are all tired. None of us want to have to be marching in 2020. You should all be past this. Racism should be dead by now. We should be focusing on technology, on elevating the human race. Okay? We should be focusing on elevating the human race. Focusing on accelerating technology. Focusing on better spaceships. Focusing on exploring the stars. Not this shit. This shit is old. This shit should be done. It's time to stop being stupid. Just like the Hunger Games quote. You are stupid and ignorant if you think the capital will ever treat us fairly. But look at that. Fire is catching. And if you burn, we burn, you burn with us, sweetheart. We are not gonna take this anymore. This is a revolution. Now that Gen Z is involved, it's a goddamn revolution. So you can wow all you want. Governments, you all of you who are in charge, do some shit or you're gone. Make sure, if you really, really want to keep your position and stop being a cunt, do something about it. Stop being horrible and help us. We do not want to deal with this shit. We don't want to have to march for our lives. Just like children shouldn't be sexually abused in those little immigration camps you have going on ICE. Fucking seriously, all this bullshit. Such a piss take. But yeah, guys, I'll get back to you. I'm just so mad right now. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll make a separate video on my witch transition and shit. Bye.